Welcome to the Finance and Administrative Services Committee for January 31st. The people on this committee are myself, Dylan Bressy, Wade Palat, and Jackie Clayton, who is not with us yet, but she might be. We're going to start with a service area update with our Chief Financial Officer.
Great. Thank you, Chair Blackmore. So just a couple highlights from the service area for this committee. With assessment and taxation, letters did go out the middle of January indicating new monthly payment amounts for property owners that are on TIPS. That's our monthly payment program. So currently we do have 10,590 accounts that pay monthly. This results in the city receiving approximately $5.6 million each month. So this is about 43% of our tax base that is collected monthly. Assessment notices with the new assessments were mailed out just on Thursday, and the deadline for appeal is April 4th. These assessments will be used to determine property tax amounts in May. Next, Finance is working through closing the operating year end for 2022. So the city has a fiscal year end of December 31st, and we'll be planning year end audit this week with our external auditors. So you can look for that. The year end audit will actually take place late February into March, and statements will come forward in April for council. And that completes my update for today. Thank you.
Good, thank you. And I see that Councillor Bressy has his hand up.
Yeah, thank you, Chair Blackmore. I'm wondering with assessments going out if we've had the opportunity to crunch yet what our average change was in assessment amounts.
Thank you, through the chair. So the assessments on residential have stayed pretty much the same as last year. So we're going with no 0% change. And we've seen non-residential slightly decrease around 0.5%.
Excellent. Thank you.
And do we have any other questions? Seeing none around the table, we will move on to item 3.2, which is the business improvement area tax. And to present that today, pull it up here. We have Scott Smith, who is Director of Assessment and Taxation. Go ahead, Mr.
Councillor Blackmore, point of interest. I need to recuse myself due to pecuniary interests.
Okay, well, we have no way of recording that really because she's not on this committee. Is that correct? But thank you for that. And go ahead, Mr. Smith.
So thank you, Chair Blackmore. So before you today is the 2023 budget for the Downtown Association. This is a process that we do annually, so I'm assuming you've all read the report and very familiar with this. I'm not going to go into great detail on it. Essentially, there's been no change to the Downtown Association's budget. It's the same as it was in 21 and 2022. Within the report, there are two recommendations before you. The first recommendation sets the date and time that council will vote on the budget. This will provide opportunity for businesses to come forward and speak before you about the budget. And the second recommendation will direct administration to provide information to all the businesses within the downtown area to make them aware when they can come before you and speak about the budget. As well as we will provide them a copy of the details within the budget, as well as we'll provide them the date and time of the Downtown Association's annual meeting where the budget will be discussed. I don't think there's any much more I can provide. Pretty straightforward, but if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them, hopefully.
And I'll ask Councillor Bressy.
Great, thank you. I'm happy to make a motion if nobody else is in.
Mayor Clayton is online. I can't see her, so if you have any questions or anything, Mayor Clayton, just speak up.
Good for me.
Okay, go ahead, Councillor Bressy.
Thank you. I would move the committee recommend council review and approve the 2023 Business Improvement Area budget in council chambers on Monday, March 6, 2023 at 3 p.m. as presented, and direct administration to notify the businesses within the BIA of the above date by letter, accompanied by a copy of the proposed 2023 BIA budget. And just to speak to this, I know every once in a while I hear from residents concerns about this extra assessment that downtown properties receive, usually not actually from downtown business owners, but from people that just don't really understand how the process works. And just to highlight, this is council setting out a couple months in advance when this tax is going to be set, where there's going to be a public meeting that's, as we've heard, is going to be advertised to these businesses impacted. There's also a downtown association meeting where they can go express to the board their thoughts on this budget, and most of the council is typically in attendance at that meeting as well. So lots and lots and lots of opportunity for downtown business owners to express their opinions on this if they wish. But I think this is an important process we do to make sure that the downtown is able to market itself. So I hope that committee will support this.
That motion is in order. Is there any discussion or questions regarding the motion? Then I will call a question.
Mayor Clayton in favor.
And Mayor Clayton is in favor. So that motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Smith. You got your wish. It was quick. The only other item on the agenda today is our outstanding items list. So I will ask our Chief Financial Officer if there's any changes there.
Thank you, Chair Blackmore. No changes to the outstanding item list as presented.
Great, thank you. And we'll ask Councillor Palat to make that motion.
Thanks, Chair Blackmore. I just make a motion that committee receive the January 31st, 2023 outstanding item list as presented.
A question is in order. I will call it.
Mayor Clayton in favor.
And that passes. We are now concluded, so we will take probably a 5-minute break before our next committee meeting starts.